hands, a good cup of coffee. Welcome to Miss Lippy's Jambalaya Bash collaboration. That's a mouthful. Wanda has never made jambalaya. Yeah, from scratch. Now I've made it many years ago. My kids liked it, and I would make it from Zatarains or Tony Zachary's, the box stuff, you know. You add the ground beef, you throw in the rice and mixture stuff, put it in water, let it cook on the stove for 15-20 minutes, and it's all done, ready to eat. So when she said from scratch, I'm like, So I watched Lippy's recipe, and I've got my pot here. Y'all see this pot? Lippy's is yellow, mine's green. Y'all, there's only just 2 of us. So we're gonna downsize, or we're gonna make a trial size jambalaya. We're gonna make jambalaya for 2. Most of my ingredients are from Deep South. We're gonna start with 1 pound of pork sausage. Now this was a pig that Danny and I raised, and we did not have any seasoning added to it because they usually season it too heavily. So what I'm gonna do is add about a teaspoon or a teaspoon and a half of legs, old plantation sausage. I will be mincing a couple of the garlic cloves that we have. We're going to be using rice that is basmati rice from McCaskill Family Farms. I keep a supply of peppers and onions in my freezer, so we're going to chop these sweet peppers on down, chop some of these onions on down, and we're going to add them in when we saute. We're going to be adding in some chicken broth for our liquid from chickens that we grew, and I canned the broth. And I also have some canned chicken here. I'm going to be harvesting some of our green onions, fresh from this bed. And I like to throw in some garlic chives along with the garlic. So we're going to be combining everything together and then pitching it in the oven for a little while and seeing how it does, and we will taste test in a little bit. I have my chicken, I have onions, peppers, garlic, green onions, salt and pepper, and Miss Lippy's pork and good. I have my pork here, and it's pork sausage. Over here I have rice and chicken broth. Now my pot is not as pretty in the bottom as Miss Lippy's. Mine already has a brown look to it because some of this enamel has worn off, but I inherited this pot. This was not my pot originally, and we're going to put half of this pork sausage. I'm not using the whole pound. Danny and I will use the rest for breakfast. This is brown. I'm taking my bacon grease from this morning where Danny cooked bacon. And I'll put it in there. We're going to dump the onions, everything just about it was from Deep South. Most stuff's from Deep South, let's put it that way. We're going to cook these down for just a few minutes. And remember, this is a 1 pot mixture. Now I cut everything Miss Lippy did in like thirds because this is for 2, remember? And I don't necessarily need this big pot. Now I'm using this big pot because that's what Lippy used. But guys, okay, let's get real. When you're cooking, you don't have to use the same pot that somebody uses. You don't have to use the same things. You can take and cut the recipes, add to the recipes according to your family's needs. Don't always go by what everybody else does. They have their nuances, they have their strangeness, and like Lippy said, everybody's kitchen's different. I'm using the big pot mainly because I had one and Lippy did. But I'm doing this for 2. Y'all gonna see when I get started, This big pot is going to have about this much in it compared to Lippy's had this much in it. Alright, in goes the garlic. In goes the green onions and the garlic chives. You see on the bottom there, those garlic chives. I'm adding chicken. This was chicken that I canned. So we're going to put that in there. And y'all see, this pot ain't got much in it. But I'm doing this for 2. And y'all, this is a trial run because this is my first time making this from scratch. This ain't no Zatarains, guys. I'm going to go ahead and add my salt. And y'all add it to taste. Lippy says a pinch. I like a couple of pinches. And pepper. I'm just used to the way I cook. And y'all like my fancy way. Lippy's porking good. It's just a ball jar. She's got these fancy bags. She brought me some before she got her fancy bags, and I put it in ball jars, and I put Lippy's porking good. We're gonna do, now this stuff ain't bad, so I'm gonna do almost a tablespoon, 2 teaspoons of this. Now this stuff, the porking good is probably my favorite. It is milder and it has just a good taste. We're going to see how it does in my jambalaya. 2 cups of broth. And 1 cup of rice. Now, I don't know if I forgot anything or not. But how does that look to y'all? So what do y'all think? I'm going to put it in the oven at 300 after I get it to a boil here. Put the lid on. One reason for using this pot is that it is cast iron. When I get it to a boil, I shut this off, put this lid on, and it goes in the oven. The oven is at 300. So I'm going to leave it in the oven for a while. I done forgot how long, but probably till the rice gets done. About 45 minutes to an hour, just cooking real slow would be my thought. Y'all almost forgot. Coffee. She said coffee. We just put the dab in there for flavor. But I had stuck in the oven before I remembered the coffee. So we added a touch of coffee. Now this has got to sit in that oven. That should give me my browning, she said. I didn't brown everything like she did, so I may not have the browning Miss Lippy had. We'll see. It's time to take this out. I'm not giving y'all a peek, just in case. Stir it just a little. Look at here. Just a little bit. Just a hint. I just got to try it and it's hot, so I'm letting it cool off. But guys, in about 30-45 minutes, I'm going to be fixing lunch. We're going to try this jambalaya. But c'est bon. If you would like to join Miss Lippy's Jambalaya Bash collaboration, all you got to do is make a video showing how you make jambalaya. It's all unique, it's all different, and you send Lippy the URL or the link so she can put it in a playlist. Then Lippy is going to be drawing from the playlist, one of the people that participates in the playlist, she's going to be giving away some clucking good. Y'all, she brought me some before she had fancy stuff. Like I said, this is my clucking good. I put it in an old thing and I wrote clucking good on it. Now I got some of her fancy bags, but she brought me the original before it was in the original packages. This is my swamp mix. Got a little bit left. Swamp mix. Y'all, these seasonings are great on all kinds of stuff. Swamp mix. You can add it to your boiled corn when you're boiling it on the cob. Just a little bit, a spoonful. Give it a touch of flavor. It's great. Add swamp mix to your boiled corn now. You can use any of Miss Lippy's seasonings on these veggies. Now okra, you can sprinkle like the Clucking Good. Just take and shake it. Because I got it in the shaker. You just shake it on. And the reason I put it, because I like it on like French fries. I like it on anything you can fry. Any kind of veggies. Like if you're going to do eggplant or squash or, I don't know, asparagus. It don't matter. You can sprinkle a little bit of this stuff on there and it is amazing. And it doesn't have to be the Clucking Good because it ain't just for chicken. It can be the Porking Good. It can be the swamp mix. Whichever flavors you like, and they're not hot. They're not Cajun hot like most flavors are. Always a cup of coffee. All right, guys. That's what my jambalaya is looking like. I gave you a little hint earlier. It's been sitting and resting. This is not Zatarains. This is awesome. This is enough for 2 people to have jambalaya. And it's awesome. The taste is similar to Zatarains, but it's different. It's not as spicy. It's not as profound. When you get Tony Chachere's or Zatarains, it's got a lot of red hot pepper in it and it's just kind of bites you. This is mild, tastes good. Y'all, I can make jambalaya. Thank you, Miss Lippy. C'est bon. I'm not French, not Cajun, just copying Miss Lippy with her jambalaya, and oh, it's so good. If you'd like to join, just send Miss Lippy a link to your video making jambalaya. Wanda's first time homemade jambalaya is a winner. I can tell you, everybody will like this one. This is going to be a great addition to Deep South Homestead. Thank you, guys. So good. Bye, guys, from Crazy Days.